This really is a Weeylight. It weighs under a kilo and measures 175 by 92 by 85 millimeters. It's tiny. This is the Ninja 200 chip-on-board LED light from Weeylite. Hi, Ray here. I'm glad you could join me. I've reviewed two other lights from this company, better known for their Viltrox lenses, a little pocket light panel, and their K21 tube lights, both top quality, affordable options. So I was happy to oblige when they approached me to take a look at this 60 watt COB light. This is a bicolor light, adjustable from 2800 to 8500 Kelvin, rated at 70,400 lux at a half a meter, set to 5500 K, 100% luminance. And like most lights, this rating is with the included reflector, so your mileage will vary according to the light modifier you choose. If you're using something like a light box, you can expect that, of course, to drop significantly. The question is, and we'll examine that later, can it serve as a decent key light under normal circumstances? Color accuracy is CRI 95, TLCI 95, and I put on my investigative reporter hat again to verify that. In independent testing, evidently these ratings are quite accurate and compare well to other bicolor lights like the Aperture Amaran 200X. Okay, so let's just put the specs up here and move on to more interesting stuff like the light itself. First, the whole kit comes in a nicely made padded bag. Something you won't get with many other lights like my Aperture Amaran 100D or its siblings. There are several kits with optional accessories. The standard kit includes the light, reflector, and DC power cord. Weeylite sent me the light with a Bowens adapter because this light is built with a sort of mini Bowens mount. So you'll need the adapter if you want to use it with existing Bowens mount light modifiers. And this is something that's of particular interest to me, a battery carrier. So you can run the Ninja 200 with NPF batteries. And I think this is particularly suited to location work actually, and I'll tell you why later. The build quality, it looks to be quite good. Mostly plastic, but quite good. And pretty sturdy looking. The L-shaped bracket enables the light body to rotate 360 degrees. And the knobs, the nice green knobs, cinch up tight. It's a bit disappointing that the power input is just DC barrel rather than something like an XLR locking connector, though I'm guessing this choice was necessitated by the compact size of the light itself. Sort of the same reason Apple slowly eliminated things like card readers and headphone jacks as it chased super slim models. Double entendre intended. And I know some of those have returned, but that's beside the point. The power cable is certainly long enough though. Okay, let's get to the actual functions. The power knob is adjustable from 0 to 100. A big plus, and I've sung its praises in those other videos, the light can be controlled from the excellent Weeylite app, which I've examined in detail in the last two reviews, so I won't go into detail here. Of course, there's no RGB functions, but everything else can be adjusted and controlled, including 12 rudimentary special effects. The light can also be controlled with an optional remote control. Now, jumping to what is arguably its greatest weakness, the fan. It's pretty darn loud. It has a whirring sound above the background whooshing of the blades. For this reason, I think the Ninja 200 is much louder than my noisiest light, the Godox SL60W. I'm used to targeting that light for noise reduction during post-processing for these videos, and I've sort of become used to that as part of my workflow. It's not a big deal, really. So we'll have to see what's possible with this light. But let's compare them side by side without any noise reduction. This is the Godox SL60W as a key light placed about 1 meter away. And this is the Ninja 200 at the same position. And as a control of sorts, this is the Aperture 100D. which is the quietest of my lights. As I mentioned, the light has its own proprietary mini Bowens mount, so to speak. I guess another way to keep it tiny. The adapter is reminiscent of the kind of thing I have for a couple of different Godox strobes, the AD200 and AD300 Pro. So it's not the first time I've used this kind of gizmo. But Weeylite does make the small 50cm 20-inch VP-45 Octobox that does a decent job of diffusion, which they sent along to test as well. It comes as part of their full package. It folds out nicely with a similar mechanism to my big modifiers, but more easily, I'd say. The adapter yoke is plastic, but the whole thing appears to be quite well built. Reflective silver inside, and it comes with internal as well as front diffuser. And I like that this front diffuser can be set back a couple of inches on the Velcro to better direct light. As far as I know, there's no grid available. Light output, of course, will depend on what combination of these diffusers that you use. You're seeing it try to beautify this mug right now. And I've applied noise reduction to the rest of this recording. You can also get an accessory hand grip for the light that'll also come in handy, I guess, in that instance. Now the fan can be adjusted. There's high, medium, and low settings. There's an option to update firmware via USB-C. But anyway, for the reasons that I've said, I'm likely to relegate this light to outdoor location work where I can keep it further away from any mic. That's where the battery option comes in, and I found that using a pair of NPF 7900 mAh batteries, I can get up to 2 hours runtime. However, that doesn't mean at full power. I noticed that as the batteries drain, the light powers down as much as 70%. In practice, I get just over an hour with those batteries, the 7900s at full power, and then it'll drop to 80%. There is a battery level indicator, so that's nice to have. But just be aware that even though battery power will keep this light going for quite some time, as I said, 2 hours with those, you'll have to keep an eye on the actual light output as the batteries drain beyond a certain point. What I've discovered in my extensive testing, for what it's worth, is that batteries drain unevenly. That is, when, say, the light tells me the battery levels are at 20%, one battery, tested with my charger, will show 60% remaining and the other 20%. I'm not sure this discovery has any real relevance to the light itself or the battery adapter plate, whether it's more to do with the batteries used, DSTEs, that I've had for 18 months. But I saw the same behavior with a set of slightly older NPF 750s, which, incidentally, ran the light for about 45 minutes at full power. Anyway, I hope all this gives you an idea of what you can expect running the Ninja 200 on battery power. In the end, what matters is the full power duration, and for my needs it's quite good, 45 minutes, an hour. Actually, the Ninja 200 puts out enough light to be used at less than full power, depending, of course, on your needs, camera settings. So its greatest virtue remains its miniature size and lightweight. It's too bad that it's handicapped by the rather loud fan. I'd really like to see Viltrox Weeylite improve on this. With a quieter fan, this could be a real winner of a light in this price range. That it comes with a well-made soft case is a bonus, and the ability to run it with batteries is something you don't often see at this price point, I think. If you're interested in buying, I'll add associated purchase links, affiliate and otherwise, in the description. And if you purchase via those links, there's no extra cost to you. I get a few pennies to help keep this channel afloat. If you found this video useful, please do give it the old thumbs up. It really helps us grow. And if you're new to the channel, we'd love to see you again. Please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. In the meantime, take care of yourself, cheers, and we'll see you later.